thank you, Juan, for that very warm welcome. And special thank you to our event host today, the Puerto Rican Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Palm Beach County, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the Canada-Florida Chamber of Commerce, and to Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, and certainly to the port for hosting us, Dr. Enright, Joe Anderson, appreciate your hospitality, Manny as well. And I know Commissioner Weinroth is also in the room. Good to see you, Bob. And I think that's all the dignitaries. All the rest of you are just VIPs, you know. We got to get the elected officials out the way, but the real important people are you. And hello and welcome to everyone. As has been stated, I am Mayor Keith James of West Palm Beach. Bonjour et bienvenue, mes amis. Je m'appelle West Palm Beach Mayor Keith James.
All right, look at that.
All right. That was the most nerve-wracking part of this speech. You don't know how many times I practiced that line. But anyway, I was recently elected mayor of West Palm Beach in March 12th of this year, and I served in had the pleasure of serving on the commission for 8 years, and I was twice commission president. I've been a resident of West Palm Beach, which I unashamedly call the greatest city on earth, with all due respect to other cities, but you know, it's my city now, so I call it the greatest city on earth, for over 30 years. And I was born north of here. I was born and raised in small town Wichita, Kansas, was raised by a teenage single mother, and had the privilege of going to a little college in Massachusetts called Harvard. Some of you may have heard of that. And I received my undergraduate and law degrees from there. And I've been practicing law for over 30 years, and my practice has been primarily representing small to medium-sized businesses, helping them to achieve their business dreams. And my goal now, my vision, is to make the city of West Palm Beach a community of opportunity for all of our residents, for all of our businesses, and hopefully for some of our Canadian friends. Now, most of you know that West Palm Beach is located just south of where we are today, but I wanted to give you a few statistics since I am here making a very blatant pitch for business from our Canadian neighbors. I wanted to give you all the reasons, many of the reasons why you should consider West Palm Beach if you're looking to do business in Florida. We are a neighbor to the Winter White House, for good or for bad, but that certainly puts us on the map. I had the occasion a couple of Saturdays ago, you know, when the president does come down, all of the media, they tend to camp out on our side of the bridge, and they've got the TV trucks and the tents and all that. So I was coming from one event, and I passed by the several reporters and camera people there, and I turned around and I went to Dunkin' Donuts and grabbed a box of donuts, and then I took it back to the people that were congregated there and said, listen, this is from the mayor of West Palm Beach. You never know. I mean, you know, if I said, just keep making our city look good. But actually, in all seriousness, when he's down here in January, February, and it's snowing in all the rest of the country, even up in Canada, West Palm Beach looks very good when they see the shots of the sunlit streets and background. We have breathtaking waterfront views, sunny skies, amazing restaurants and stores, fun events. We've got Sunfest going on this weekend. If any of you have a chance to get down there, some tremendous acts. We have charming neighborhoods with rich and diverse history. And we are also a growing destination for businesses who choose to relocate in a business-friendly area in the United States with a very favorable tax climate, and where you can enjoy a very positive, appealing, good work-life balance. Bolstered by a pro-business government and a supportive business community, we believe that West Palm Beach offers a superlative business climate coupled with an exceptional quality of life. So on behalf of the city, I welcome you to West Palm Beach if you have occasion to get there, and I urge you to establish your business in our city. Now, our story, the story of our city, is nothing short of incredible. When I first got elected to the commission in 2011, we as a city, we were still coming out of the economic doldrums, the Great Recession, they called it. In fact, the first 2 budget years that I experienced as a commissioner on the dais, we literally were laying off employees. It was not a very good time. But I'm happy to say the tide has turned, and West Palm Beach is undergoing an economic resurgence that has caught the attention of companies around the nation and throughout the world. Further evidence of that, our job growth has been strong in nearly all industries. Since 2012, employment in West Palm Beach has risen by more than 20%. That's double the national average. The population of West Palm Beach is also growing rapidly, nearly twice the United States rate over the past 5 years. And as is reflected by the low unemployment rate, we are an employment destination. We boast a labor shed of more than 680,000 workers available to employers. All of that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? There's more. There is economic strength in both the city's traditional economic sectors of real estate, development, and tourism, but we also are diversifying in the areas such as finance and healthcare and medicine. Further evidence of the strength of our economy, there are now more than $3.3 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars worth of privately initiated development projects in the pipeline. Those are hotels, those are office buildings, and those are luxury rentals. I mean, if you go to our downtown area, the cranes are all over the place. And then we have some very impressive demographic trends. We have a very well-educated citizenry. More than 32% of our residents have a bachelor's degree or higher, well above the U.S., Florida, and Miami metro averages. This information is primarily based upon an economic study that we did just last year, 2018. So these statistics are very current. We also benefit from having in our area several educational institutions, including Palm Beach Atlantic University, which is right in our city, Kaiser College, which is also in our city, Palm Beach State College, and Nova Southeastern have campuses nearby our city. Most of these schools have specialties in certain areas, such as pharmacy, nursing, hospitality, and tourism, very specialized programs to help develop a workforce in industries that are relevant to the economy of today and tomorrow. Collectively, the schools in a 25-mile radius of our city have awarded almost 19,000 degrees in 2017 alone. I'm proud to say that West Palm Beach is also entrepreneurial and innovative. We have a high share of self-employed individuals and an above-average number of investors who hold patents who live in our city. We believe that spurring this modern-day renaissance in our city are our partners in the private sector and the companies that choose to invest in our city. Now, we are one of only 3 cities in the state to have the Brightline high-speed rail. And if you're not familiar with Brightline, that will take you from West Palm Beach to Miami in about 55 minutes or less in luxury. I mean, it's a high-speed rail. You get your Wi-Fi, you can have your coffee, and it's a very smooth ride. And it runs between, right now, it's running between West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami. Now, if you've ever driven to Miami, you will love this train. Phase 2, they're about to begin, I think they're about to begin construction next week of a leg that will take it from West Palm Beach all the way up to Orlando. Actually, that's been a tremendous game changer for our city. When I was campaigning, I ran into businesses that actually had employees who were commuting from Miami and Broward. So it expands the pool of talent that's available. And then I ran into a number of hospitality restaurants and hotels who were noticing that they were getting customers from Broward and from Dade, people who just hopped on the train for an afternoon, wanted to have lunch in West Palm Beach, and it was very convenient. So Brightline has been a tremendous game changer for our city in terms of connecting the connectivity with the rest of the region. We have a new hotel, waterfront restaurant, and residential units that are rising on our old City Hall site. Next year, we have a project which is called the Bristol, which is an ultra luxurious condominium development. I was happy that I was on the dais. It was a bit controversial when we passed the vote, but I was on the dais when that project got approved. That project alone will bring into our city roughly $6 million a year in tax revenues in perpetuity. And it only has 60 units. Most of the people residing there are part-time residents, so their demands on city services are relatively nominal. So that has been also a tremendous boon. And what it has also done is it's changed the perspective of West Palm Beach in many eyes, because a number of the residents who will be residing in the Bristol are people who formerly resided over in the town of Palm Beach. And 10 years ago, you would never hear of someone who used to live in Palm Beach, the town, thinking about residing in our city. And it has also prompted interest of other developers. We've got 2 other developments coming up or about to come up. Also, same concept, ultra luxurious condominiums. Now, having those people in our city for whatever period of time they're here, whether it's 3 months or 6 months, they will need restaurants to go to. They will need services, whether it's dry cleaning or whatever. So that has also opened up a number of doors. We've got a district we call the Warehouse District, which is a little bit north and west of our downtown area, which has been, and what I love about the Warehouse District, that this was just purely organic in nature. It was a private sector recognizing an opportunity. These were old warehouses along a abandoned railroad line, and the private sector saw something. They had the vision about putting restaurants there, office space, et cetera. That in and of itself has also spurred additional development activity. But that little complex, the Warehouse District, was recently sold. It was a $6 million investment, and it was recently sold for almost $19 million. So that gives you some idea of the types of opportunities that are in our city. In our historic Northwest, well, we've got the Sunset Lounge and other ancillary projects, including a bed and breakfast, that will pave the way for an African-American history tourism destination. And by the way, West Palm Beach is one of the top destinations for visitors to Palm Beach County. Why is West Palm Beach so attractive to business? Now, I admit I'm a little bit biased, but I'm the mayor, and I'm entitled to. We believe that we've created a very business-friendly culture, as well as a customer-friendly culture, which focuses on regional collaboration, community partnerships, and neighborhood initiatives. West Palm Beach is open to business and for business. We created something we call the Flagler Financial District, where we've reached out and we've tried to create an environment where investment banks and hedge funds can feel very comfortable and feel that they could thrive. We recently established the Okeechobee Business District, which is a dedicated area in our downtown that we believe will attract more Class A office space and high-paying jobs to our city. We have beautiful streetscapes with museums. We have performing arts centers, shopping, special events, dining, and waterfront views. Did I mention waterfront views? Yes, waterfront views. We have one of the finest cultural institutions in the Southeast, which is the Kravis Center for the Performing Arts. We have an outlet mall that is breaking records. Now, I didn't know, when the outlet mall came on, I think it just celebrated its fifth anniversary. And when the project came before the commission and we had private meetings, I did not know that the second most popular tourist destination in Florida, behind Disney, was Sawgrass. That's a lot of people doing a lot of shopping, and I have to admit my wife has been there a few times too. But anyway, so the outlet mall business, that whole retail model, was very attractive. They came in and they took over a very dilapidated, abandoned mall that was right in the heart of our city, and totally converted it, and it has just been tremendous in terms of the success. We're the spring training home for 2 baseball teams, the Washington Nationals and the World Series winning Houston Astros. Well, they won the World Series a couple years ago. But anyway, we also have a 350,000 square foot Palm Beach County Convention Center, which will probably be undergoing an expansion within the next couple years. We have unique transportation options such as a bike share, downtown trolley system, free electric car service, and the Palm Beach International Airport is only 3 miles away. So very simply, in my view, in my very biased view, but hopefully in this 15 minutes I've been able to convince you, ours is a city where you could live and work and play and have a very balanced work-life lifestyle. If you haven't been to West Palm Beach, please, please come and check us out. And in a few minutes, my Economic Development Director, Christopher Rugg, will be speaking shortly about the number of business incentives, and how we as a city can help you be successful in West Palm Beach. So in closing, welcome to West Palm Beach. Come visit us, and we welcome your business. Thank you very much.